So the next thing that we want to do is figure out how to move from one bow stance to the other to try to make a smooth transition, separating yin from yang, along with another principle that I want to introduce now. So the first one I introduced was principle number 4, Yang Cheng-Fu's 10 important principles. This one's going to be principle number 1. So let me read this first. Principle number 1, the head should be upright so that shen, which is translated to spirit, can reach the head top. Don't use li, which is translated to strength, or the neck will be stiff and the qi, or breath, and blood cannot flow through. It is necessary to have a natural and lively feeling. If the spirit cannot reach the head top, it cannot rise. Now, it doesn't speak to this specifically here, but there's other classics, Tai Chi classics that you can look at that add another thought process that will help you to achieve this idea of keeping your head upright. The most common one is this: to imagine that you have a string sort of suspending you from above, as if you were a puppet, and you're just kind of suspended off of that string. The other implication here is that when we move, we should try to move so that our head remains at one height. Other descriptions will say keep your waist or your hips parallel to the floor and keep them on the same level. So the implication is pretty much the same for both. The idea here is that you don't want to be rising up and down as you move from one gesture to the other. You want to maintain this one height mentality. What I usually use as an example is try to imagine that when you're doing your form, that you're doing it with a ceiling just about 1 inch above your head. That way you won't rise up and hit it. Okay, so we're going to keep that in mind as we go through the next drill, expanding on the single Bruce Willis drill into a moving from bow stance to bow stance.